of us. Christ looked out for us when he didn't need to. In 1 Corinthians, this is an interesting passage, series of passages, I should say, that perhaps someday we may take time to read and make adjustable or add to our lives. But Paul says in 1 Corinthians chapter 4, and I guess I want to start backwards, but read about 5 verses, and then I'm going to jump to about 17 and try to, verse 17, put them all in perspective. Paul said, but let no man so account of us
as of the ministries of
Christ
and stewards of the mysteries of God.
Of the mysteries of God. He said, let a man so account of us as of the ministers of Christ and stewards of the mystery of God. The other day, pouring rain. One day last week, we came over here, and I seen these fellows on ministers of Christ. That's a powerful statement. Those guys that ride those bicycles. Is it any doubt any of you in here doubt what they are doing? Because so ministers as ministers. In other words, people are to know that you are a Christian without you having to tell them. They ought to know that there is something different about you. By your character, by your behavior, by your attitude, and the nature of your nature, they ought to say, that's a Christian. And even if they don't say that, they ought to say, those people over there were different. Amen. Not in here we ought to be different. We ought to be. But see, if you're just different in here, Jeffrey, I expect you to act like a Christian. If you're different in here, Crosby, I expect you to act like a Christian. But we're not doing any good. But the world ought to see us act that way. We ought to be able to impress each other in here, certainly, because we are impressing God first. Come on now. I ought not sit by you and move from you because I'm afraid you'll see what I put in here. I ought to be challenging you to put in here. Come on now. Come on now. It's funny when this thing got magic to it. When this thing started passing, people got to go to bed. But they don't come back till they sit back down. When I talk about the mind of Christ, think about it yourself. Why should this drive you to the bathroom? Or you act like you got amnesia when it comes? Oh, for me? The mind of Christ. Paul is saying, let a man show account of Christ as a minister of Christ. People are to know who you are, that you are different by your demeanor, how you handle yourself. When I was growing up, my brothers said, we were 11 kids, I tell you that all the time. But my daddy was a proud. And if you went out and done something that messed with our name or destroyed our name, you paid for that. No, you didn't pay with it monetarily, you paid it with your hide. But no such thing as child abuse. They can beat you long as they can see you. But whatever facetious, but people are to know who you are. You can't look around and want to judge everything that you come on, but not keep yourself intact. And I'm saying that because Paul said, he said, let a man show account. Accountability. We talk to our brethren all the time. One of the biggest things I talk to our brethren about, Brethren, you got to be accountable. You can't want to assume, lead somebody, you can't be accountable.
Amen.
I'm out of peppermint. Mom, would you take some out of the box? People are watching. And certainly we know he's in here. But I'm talking about out there. That's what Paul was concerned about. Let the mind be in you. If we're going to attract, if we're going to baptize, if folk are going to be added to the church, even when they move their membership, we got to show our showmanship in Christ and not in us. One of the things in that text that we were reading from Philippians chapter 2 is one of the key elements in that. You know what one of the key elements in it? You got to show interest in other folk. Some of us we don't get out our circle. We don't get out of our circle. We feel uncomfortable out of our circle. Make that rest day. We don't bother with you, and we don't want you bothering with us. That's one of the key elements in that thing when Paul said, let this mind be in you, that was in, is you got to show interest in other people. It's easy to love people who love you. Hey, that's bad easy. Hey, you know what's difficult? Is loving somebody who doesn't care for you. Because it's trying to love somebody who you know, even though you're going to pour yourself out to them, they're going to turn right around and poke you in the back. And you know they're going to do that. But one of the best things in the text is that you got to share interest with somebody other than you. Come on. That's that mind being. Look at Jesus. Go back and do all the research you want. Look at Jesus when he says, he thought it not right. Yeah. I know some of us, if we were Jesus, you wouldn't have got close enough to spit on. We'd have so many folk around. Spit. I don't want to even spitting on the ground. I got the ball. You know how we are. We got a little power. I want you to see what it means to have the mind. You're not going to always be, it's not going to always be comfortable to you. It's not always going to be satisfactory with you, but we're not measuring it on your scale. It's not always going to be something that you like. You think Jesus liked for them to spit on him? How many of you like somebody just come up and just let them way back here? He didn't like it any more than you do, but he did it for somebody. You got to have a stronger interest than just you. It's bigger than you. It's not about you. Not about you. But for Coffey, you don't know what I go through on my job. I don't have to. What about this? What about this? And then let me conclude. My time is just. Let me conclude. The other thing, when I talk about the mind of Christ, is through everything we go through, and I want you to get this. I know I'm not different than you. You know, I know somebody, they bigger than you. What's the guy named? What we go through in life, and we go through a lot of trials every week, every day. Sometimes our lives, it seems like it's just littered with trials. But we have to have the mind. Now, when we have the mind, that's when we have an exalted attitude. Always keep God first. And let me be honest with you. Be transparent. You're out there on the job and everything. But part of the thing is having the mind of Christ is even in every one of those situations that you have every day in life, real life time, that you have to have the attitude that you still want to exalt God. In fact, I tell you this, the more that you struggle, the more hardships you have, the more temptations you have, the more downstrikes you have, the more you ought to want to exalt God. In other words, every knock should be a boost pushing you closer to Him rather than further apart. Stop feeling sorry for yourself, having a pity party. Call on the name of the Lord. Stop wallowing in self-pity. Lord, why me? Why I got to go through? Why not you? Maybe you need to be strengthened through your trials. Maybe that's why you're going through. But stop struggling with self-pity. You know, every time you have a pity party, nobody wants to come. I don't want you to invite me when you're having one. Because I was saying it's hard to soar with eagles when you're flying with turkeys. Because if you can exalt God when you're going through something, now let's be real. Let me be real. I know it's tough. I know it's tough to call on God. But what you got to remember is when you're going through, I want you to reflect back on what God has already done for you. Has He ever done anything for you? Has He ever brought you anywhere? See, you got something there. Because if you can just reflect back on where God, I remember when God was talking with the children of Israel, and He was telling them that He wanted them, and they had the audacity to ask Malachi. That's what it was. Michael. Michael said, Lord, what is it you want us to do? And he started rattling off stuff like he done so much. Would you be happy with this? 10,000 sheep and 10,000 this. And God said, let me tell you something. I got a controversy with you. He said, I got a controversy with you. I'll let you run your mouth. But I got a controversy. My controversy is you're just not consistent in what you say. As long as I'm giving you something, you have it. But when I withhold my goodness, you're angry, you're upset. What God wants is when He's giving it to you, He wants to be exalted. Yes. Even if He has to, if He is His. Yes. I want you to come back tonight because I'm going to preach this. Whose fries are those anyway? That's why young people. But it's His. If He withholds it, it's God. He has the right to withhold it. Yeah. But you still need to exalt it. You hear? If you hear the mind of Christ, all of these things that I've told you, humility, obedience, sacrifice, when we are able to make those things inclusive in our everyday life, brothers and sisters, God will reward us. He'll reward us. Whether you know it or not, He's already rewarded us. He's rewarding us right now as we sit in this service. Yes, sir. He's already promised us, Hebrews. He said, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. I will reward you. But you're going to have to do your part. Some folks say, I've been praying, I ain't blessed yet. You know why? It's not God's fault that He can't bless you. It's your fault. In Matthew chapter 7, verse number 1, the Bible said, not everyone that said, Jesus said, not everyone that says unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter the kingdom of heaven. He said, but he that doeth the will of my Father. See, if you're not doing God's will, you can't be saved. Some folks say, well, I pray and God ain't answered yet. Let me tell you this. I don't mean no harm. But I got to tell you this. See, God doesn't respond to everybody. Notice what I said. I didn't say he didn't hear everybody. Hear what he wants. Remember in the 10th chapter, he heard Cornelius pray, didn't he? Somebody said, how can you teaching that ground? He don't hear. He heard Cornelius pray. Cornelius wasn't a Christian. In fact, he sent angels said, prayers coming up here as a memorial. I said, his men though. Yeah, he said, now tell them what he needs to do. And after they told him what he needs to do, man, and Cornelius was better than the church of Christ was. The Bible said he gave him a time to the poor. Better than me. Pray to God. Always. You must pray. I always only include when we get in trouble. We don't pray. Corner car lot better come here, Coffey and Miss Two-Bang. We get ready to pick it up. Always. But even God said your prayers are coming up as a memorial. In other words, I hear them, but I can't respond. I can't deal with them. Then we have in John chapter 9, verse 31. That was the situation or the incident with the blind. There. That's the man that Jesus spat on the ground. Yeah. That could have been some of us. Well, even though we're blind, did I hear you spit? I ain't fit to do that. Spat on the ground, took that arm and put it on his eye and said, now go wash in the pool of Siloam. But that man concluded, John 9:31. He said, but now we know that God hears not a sinner's prayer. But if a man be a worshiper of God and doing his will, got to be two things. A worship of God and doing his will, him he will hear. You'll hear this morning. You know where you are. Nobody's trying to indict you. The word indicts. Coffey just preaches. I just preach. Don't get upset. The word is what does it. It fits and it converts. But if you hear this morning, you know where you stand. You stand a guilty innocent. You need to come this morning. You've heard God's word. Hear how he died, how he's buried, how he's resurrected according to the scripture. Then, after you hear it, you must believe that. Let me see. Because in our society, words change. Let's see. But I can tell you this, that if you actually believe something, like the Bible teaches, for instance in James, belief is progressive in nature. You know what I mean by that? I don't know what you mean by that. Well, let me tell you something. If I say, y'all need to get out of here, the ceiling's going to fall. Oh, yeah, okay. And you just sit there. But if I say, y'all need to get out of here, the ceiling's going to fall, and before I get that last syllable out, you done made a new door going out. That's progressive nature. You moved on based on what I said. So that belief, if you believe that Jesus died, and you have progressive nature is progressive belief, then you do something about it. He died for your sins. You hear that, you believe it to the extent that it causes you to want to do something. Then if you hear it, believe that you must repent. And repentance is not important to you. Repentance is being godly something. I didn't know any better, and I wanted to improve. Here, believe, repenting, make confession. I believe that Jesus Christ is God's Son. You willing to be buried with them in the water grave of baptism. Now, many of us have done that. Let me tell you something, and it didn't make me perfect. Funny thing then, I heard believe repent. I did that, I guess 2-3 days ago. But it didn't make me perfect. Lo and behold, I still sin. I'm the only one. Let me. I still see it. And I was going to say, man, sometimes I slip up and see it. I'm not. Sometimes I don't slip up. I do. I'm like Peter. You know, when that little maid back Peter in the corner, Peter got even all Christian sister said, you speak betrayal. You know how they can do. You speak betrayal. You got to be. We do that. Even at our best, we don't want to. We don't go practice it. But man, sometimes when we get our feet to the fire, we don't slip up. We know what we're doing. But whether we knew or didn't, commission. Come on. You're here this morning. My time is coming. I appreciate you. You're here. You are a member of the church. You need our prayers. Let us pray with you. Let us pray for you. Listen, our lives are not in our hands. Jesus has already promised that He will never leave us or forsake us. No matter what you're going through. Somebody said, the night always left the dark just before daybreak. David even predicted weeping may endure for a night, but joy is coming in the morning. Why don't you come? Let us pray with you. If you're not a member, come. Listen, if you're afraid, hold your hand up. I'll come out there with you. Stand up. If you're afraid to come, hold your hand up. I'll walk out there with you. I'll walk out there and get you. I'll walk back up here with you. If you like, I'll even stand up there when they baptize. But don't let Satan steal your joy. Don't let that happen this morning. Tell Satan, get out of the way. I'm going to make a change in my life. And the change is going to start today. So you may as well. Tell him to move. And Satan doesn't have to be, many folks think of Satan a little old devil with a pitchfork and little old tail, and he's red. No, Satan, but whatever he is, tell him to move out of the way. Tell him I'm going home. Make up your mind. Come. Like I said, if you're afraid, bring me in. I'll walk out there and come and get you. You're afraid that folks when I'm comment that you have to come and make a confession. Raise your hand. I'll walk out there with you, support you. Let's get it right this morning. This may be the last time for the rest of your life to get it right. Let's do it this morning. Richard. Just as I am when I was weak, but that I love was set for me.